Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I'm the Gray Strega, and I'm here to give you your daily collective read for today, Saturday, June 3rd, 2023. What do we have coming through in the cards for today? May I please have the first 5 cards in our 5-card spread? First card that we are starting our day off today with is the King of Wands in its reversal. So this is going to feel a little bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy right now, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. For masculine energy today, this is a day that could be feeling a little bit difficult as it relates to your long-term planning and pathing goals. As we've been talking about in the cards of the day, we have been seeing that masculine energy has been having some issues as it relates to their own ability to plan and coordinate sufficiently due to some outside situations or circumstances they are dealing with in their own life right now. While for feminine energy right now, what we're really seeing is this is a moment of potentially feeling this coming through right now around a manifestation of masculine, feeling this anxiety as it relates to the planning, as it relates to the coordination, and putting some concentration either again in healing and amending any communication issues, or potentially considering whether you want to continue to have some kind of communication with the masculine energy. Second card that we are receiving today in our 5-card spread is we've got here the 2 of Swords in its reversal. So this is a day of taking action and making choices. One of the things that we've been seeing in the cards right now is the fact that you've been using your intuition to guide you forward from this point right now. With this intuitive guidance, you have been taking this time, you've been putting in these points of consideration to help guide you through at this moment. This is no longer a moment that you are sitting back and holding on your own intuitive action. You are using the things that you've learned to move forward in a sufficient way to try to drive forward through any blockages. And this is going to feel a little bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine right now, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what it feels most aligned to. For masculine energy right now, this is a feeling of, again, having that point of frustration, having some circumstances or situations that are making it difficult for you to plan or coordinate sufficiently, but you are taking action right now to try to amend and correct any of these blockages that you are currently experiencing. While for feminine energy right now, this is a moment that you yourself are taking some sort of action, moving as it relates to your own intuition, your own guidance right now, with this manifestation or focus right now on a masculine energy, either again trying to correct for any blockages that you're currently experiencing around this energy right now, or potentially trying to move away from an energy that you feel is not communicating with you in a sufficient or consistent way. The next card we have coming through right now in our 5-card spread is we've got here the Queen of Swords, and we like to see her upright. So again, this will feel a bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy right now, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what it feels most aligned to. For feminine energy today, this is that point of activation. So again, for feminine right now, this is the laying down of heavy boundaries. You are putting this focus on healthy boundaries as you go forward from this point with a lot of determination as it relates to your own points of consideration in terms of following your intuition, following that higher guidance, and having with some focus right now on masculine energy that you feel you're not necessarily in perfect communication with, doing the things that you either need to do right now to overcome these challenges, overcome these hurdles, or for other parts of the collective right now, this is a moment that you are potentially moving away from a masculine energy that you feel isn't communicating with you in a sufficient or consistent degree. While for masculine energy right now, what we're really seeing is this is a moment that you yourself are feeling some sort of blockage. You are trying to either amend right now some communication blockage as it relates to a feminine energy that you may feel has some sort of boundaries up right now. And so again, this is a moment that 2 different paths are falling right near as it relates to the masculine path. For some of the masculine collective right now, this is you feeling some point of frustration as it relates to being able to be in communication with a feminine energy because you feel like these boundaries are causing some sort of a blockage here. While for the other half of the masculine energy right now, you are doing anything you can right now to correct for any communication blockages that you're currently experiencing, using that intuition and that higher insight to help you right now around a feminine energy that you realize has this potential of holding these healthy boundaries for themselves, seeing this clarity of purpose, seeing this focused direction, and working right now to try to help you and assist yourself in this moment to clear up these difficulties with the collaboration of the feminine energy. Let's continue to get the next cards in our 5-card spread. Next card that we are seeing today is, we have right now the Page of Swords in its reversal, which is a little difficult to see because we did see this card in its upright just a few days ago. So specifically, what are we seeing is occurring right now? This is a moment of feeling some doubts or some anxieties. We've seen these doubts and anxieties playing out over the last few days with the combination of the Temperance card in its reversal that we received in combination with the 6 of Wands in its reversal. We're seeing the fact that there's something about the moment right now that is creating these points of doubt. They're creating these feelings of uncertainty. However, we're seeing one of the things that we appreciate right now is there is some moment of activation that's still happening even in the midst of feeling some of that uncertainty. And again, depending on whether you fall on this collective right now, this is either going to hit in one or two different ways. For the feminine energy right now, this is a moment that, again, you are feeling some uncertainty as it relates to the path going forward, but you are still utilizing and maintaining those healthy boundaries that you have created for yourself, using your discernment and your higher discernment, a discernment based on your intuition right now, in terms of looking at masculine energy that's around you right now, and really determining if there is positive communication flow there, that you're going to work with them to effectively overcome any obstacles or hurdles right now. Or for other parts of the collective right now, this is you subtly cutting away from any energy that you feel isn't providing this clarity of communication, isn't providing that ability to work with you in some collaborative way. For feminine energy, we'll point out right now something that is very important. Feminine energy is keeping these healthy boundaries up right now because they are effectively assessing the masculine energy. There is a feeling of doubt or uncertainty that the feminine energy is currently experiencing as it relates to the intentionality of the masculine energy that is around them right now. For this reason, feminine is feeling that point of uncertainty, but they're utilizing that healthy boundaries. They're using their discernment. They're taking a course of action right now, not sitting in place, but really activating in this moment to try to get to the bottom of clearing up any of those communication blockages. While for masculine energy right now, what we're really seeing is this is a moment of feeling your own degree of uncertainty as it relates to your own ability to plan and move forward at this time. You're feeling some of this in your own current life right now, but we also see that you are not, even though you're feeling that point of uncertainty, you're also utilizing right now to take action, again, towards a feminine energy. Though for some of the masculine energy right now, it depends on where you fall. For half of the masculine energy right now, this is you potentially trying to get through to a feminine right now that you feel has these doubts, has these points of uncertainty around you right now, doing everything you can to overcome these communication hurdles. While for the other half of the masculine collective right now, this is you feeling a moment of interior doubts or fears. Your own ability to create and manifest is feeling like it is at a challenge point today. But you are utilizing those healthy methods right now and working right now with a manifestation of feminine that you feel has this ability to strategize, has this ability to discernment, to help you both overcome any of the feelings of doubt or uncertainty that you are experiencing at this time. Final card for the first 5 before we start getting clarification on this spread right now is, we have here our 10 of Wands in its reversal. And this is going to feel a little bit different depending on where you fall in this collective right now. For feminine energy right now, there is a desire to make some things easier as you go forward from this point. And again, we are seeing a split in the feminine collective. For half of the feminine collective right now, this is a moment that you are utilizing apologies. This is a moment that you yourself are utilizing any difficulties. You're using your own level of discernment right now, either towards a masculine energy that you are trying to collaborate with to make things easier as you go forward from this time. Recognizing that in this point of collaboration, you're going to find a path that makes it easier. We're seeing here that you're recognizing that that masculine energy right now has that point of uncertainty, has that point where they're feeling some degree of an inability to communicate or articulate the way that they would desire to, but you are utilizing your own degree of discernment and strength coming in to assist the masculine energy in this capacity. For the other half of the feminine collective right now, this is you again also using that level and degree of discernment. You're feeling some anxiety towards the masculine energy, but you are utilizing this time to focus, to really determine if this energy does feel like it is an energy that can collaborate with you at this moment, or if this is something that you can kind of just move away from because it is becoming too difficult for you to bear. While for the masculine energy right now, what we're really seeing is this is a moment that you also are experiencing this point of frustration. You are trying to find some way to make things easier as you go forward right now, but you are feeling that lack of inspiration in terms of how to do so. For half of the masculine collective right now, you are utilizing your connection to feminine energy that you recognize has this degree of discernment, has this ability to strategize, and utilizing that work together to be able to overcome any of these obstacles that you're currently experiencing. While for the other half of the masculine collective right now, what we're really seeing is this is a moment that you are feeling some potential communication block as it relates to a feminine that has these boundaries up. You are recognizing their own anxieties and fears as it relates to the connection itself, and you're doing everything you can to try to create a point of easement for that energy so that you can come back into a space of collaborating with it. Now, let's see if we can get some clarification on these cards, shall we? Clarification right now between our King of Wands in its reversal in combination with our Two of Swords. Again, going to feel a little different depending on whether you aligned in feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind this is not based on gender, but what it feels most aligned to. For masculine energy right now, this is a moment that is creating some blockages today as it relates to your own passion, as it relates to your own ability to communicate, as it relates to your own inspiration right now. But you are actively working right now, following your own intuition to take the steps you need to try to overcome any of these difficulties that you're currently experiencing. While for feminine energy right now, we are recognizing there is this moment that you are feeling some doubts or concerns as it relates to the masculine energy. For some of the feminine collective right now, this is experiencing and seeing the fact that this masculine that you're moving towards right now, who is a healed karmic masculine, is having this moment that they're having this feeling of uncertainty. They're not able to move forward to the capacity and degree that you would ideally desire as it relates to their own passion and communication and purposes. But you yourself are continuing to move towards this energy right now, as we see, because you're allowing your intuition to guide you to help overcome and work with that energy to overcome these hurdles. While for the other half of the feminine collective right now, what we're really seeing is this is a moment that you are experiencing some circumstance or situation around a manifestation of masculine that you may be feeling is moving only directed towards their own interests, only directed towards their own passions, not giving you the opportunity or ability to collaborate or work with them at this time. And this is that moment that you are utilizing that energy to follow your intuition, to move away from anything that you feel is not necessarily aligned to your path. May I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with, did I stutter? We've got Judgment here on the table. So this is the moment for decisions to be reached. Big decisions happening today, again, for both masculine and feminine energy. For masculine right now, this is a moment that we're seeing that you're feeling a lot of this communication or inspiration block. You're trying your best right now to overcome those hurdles, following your intuition, taking action today, and making some big decisions and determinations as it relates to your path going forward at this time. While for feminine energy right now, what we're really seeing is this is a moment that you yourself are taking some degree of action as it relates to your path going forward, with a concentration towards a masculine energy that's either coming through in one of two ways. Either this is a masculine energy that you're currently experiencing is having some moment of difficulty. They're having some moment of lack of inspiration or lack of ability to communicate, lack of ability to plan, but you're working right now with this energy to make some decisions to clear up any of these blockages or hurdles that you're experiencing. While for the other half of the collective, or feminine collective right now, this is a moment that you yourself are recognizing that there may be a manifestation of masculine around you right now that you feel is moving just from a space of their own interests, of their own passions, of their own desires, not allowing that communication, only serving their own purposes. That is that moment that you are taking action right now, making the decisions that are going to allow you to hold your healthy boundaries in play. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now between our Two of Swords in its reversal in combination with our Queen of Swords. So again, masculine and feminine right now taking action, though in different ways. For feminine energy right now, this is a feeling that's going to feel more like an act of empowerment, as opposed to one of trying to have a correction point. Because the feminine energy, what we're seeing right now, is utilizing their sense of discernment and strategy as it relates to the path going forward, following their intuition, following their higher guidance as they proceed forward on this path. While for the masculine collective right now, we're recognizing that, again, this is a moment that you yourself are either experiencing, that you are working right now to overcome any inspiration blocks, to overcome any communication blocks with following your intuition towards a manifestation of feminine energy that you recognize has this ability or degree of discernment, of strategy to help you kind of move forward even at this point that you yourself are feeling some of this communication or inspiration blockage. While for the other half of the masculine collective right now, what we're really seeing is this is a moment that you yourself are trying to move forward right now. You're trying to take some action towards a feminine energy, but you're recognizing that that energy to some degree or capacity is in a place where it is not necessarily feeling that degree of connection. You're trying to work to overcome any hurdles to help this energy understand that you are trying to collaborate with it, though you are feeling that point of anxiety because there is something about your own degree or ability to come forward to the degree that you would ideally desire at this point. May I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with the Sun card, and we love to see the Sun card here. Because this is a moment of renewed optimism, of bright possibilities, of bright circumstances coming to the fold right now. For feminine energy right now, we are seeing that you are holding and you are maintaining that degree of strength, of certainty, of holding that capacity of being able to maintain your healthy boundaries. And that is allowing you right now to follow your intuition, to take action today to maintain and uphold those boundaries. And this is creating an overall sense of renewed optimism and conviction as you go forward from this point. While for masculine energy right now, there is again two different sides that you could potentially be falling on as it relates to these circumstances or situations. For some of the collective right now, this is a masculine energy where you yourself are not necessarily feeling that inspiration. You're feeling some frustration over your own ability to be able to be in communication with feminine energy, to bring your passions forward towards that feminine energy, but you are utilizing your own sense of intuition. You are still trying to take action, recognizing that that energy is one that is able to kind of be strong, to strategize, to help you as it relates to overcoming any obstacles right now. And that is what's giving you this renewed sense of optimism. While for the other half of the collective right now, what we're really seeing is for masculine, there's another half of the masculine collective that is feeling like there is a blockage right now towards a feminine energy that does not necessarily feel that you are in alignment or is feeling some anxieties as it relates to your alignment or collaboration with them right now. You are doing work right now to actively try to clarify to this energy that you are someone who can be trusted or someone that they can be able to rely upon. And that is what is also giving you some renewed point of optimism as you go forward from this point. Because while this energy is kind of moving from towards you right now in a cautious way, we also see the fact that you feel like there is something here that is giving you this sense of optimism as you proceed forward from this point. Continuing to get clarity on these cards right now between our Queen of Swords energy in combination with our Page of Swords in its reversal. Again, going to feel a little bit different for masculine and feminine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what it feels most aligned to. For feminine energy right now, this is a moment that you yourself are maintaining and holding these healthy boundaries for yourself. You are looking at the situations and circumstances around you with a sense of discernment, and you are potentially, again, with a sense of discernment and also with a great degree of either feeling some moments of uncertainty at this moment as it relates to how to proceed. Something about this does show the fact that while you're maintaining this right now, your conviction is feeling a little bit rattled, but also we're seeing for the other half of the feminine collective. And again, this is actually showing that there are two different sides of the feminine collective right now. To clarify, some of the feminine collective right now, you are maintaining and holding these healthy boundaries, but you are feeling some anxiety and degree as it relates to your own ability to do so because you're experiencing the work that you're trying to do with a masculine energy, that you're trying to discern whether or not they are aligned to your own interests. Well, for the other half of the feminine collective right now, you are recognizing that there is a masculine energy that is in need of support. They're in need of support. They're in need of that boost of confidence. They're feeling some capacity of degree of a lack of inspiration or a lack of communication. And you're doing everything you can right now to help that energy recognize that you are someone who can be strong and supportive as you proceed forward from this point. While for masculine energy right now, what we're really recognizing is this is a point that you yourself are feeling some of this degree or capacity of uncertainty. And again, depending on whether you align on the collective, you're going to fall on one of the two sides of this. For some of the masculine energy right now, there's something about your immediate circumstances and situations that's causing some of these blockages. It's making you feel some doubts and uncertainties as it relates to your own degree to come forward in this way. But we're also seeing here that you're feeling the support of a strong energy of the feminine that is standing in their power, that is holding to their own degrees of discernment, and they're almost lending you strength, if you will, to help you overcome any of the obstacles that you're currently experiencing. While for the other half of the masculine collective right now, this is showing that breaking point. This is showing that moment that you are feeling some uncertainty about how to be able to move forward towards a feminine energy that you recognize is holding some boundaries, is having some points of anxiety around you right now, and is creating this sense of fear even as you move forward from this point to help this energy recognize that you are aligned to them on the path. May I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with Wheel of Fortune in its reversal. So this is a moment that, again, we are looking right now on healing karmic blockages, healing situations or circumstances that you feel may be necessarily blocking your path at this moment. For feminine and masculine, depending on where you fall right now, this is showing the degree of capacity that you have to overcome these hurdles. For feminine energy right now, what we're really witnessing is this is a moment that you yourself are holding to your convictions. You are standing in your power right now. And again, even for some of the feminine collective right now, this is a moment that the energy that is the healed karmic energy around you right now, you are recognizing that they need some level or degree of support. And you are working actively right now to lend that support to that energy to help overcome those blockages and hurdles that you're currently experiencing. While for the other half of the feminine collective right now, what we're really witnessing is this is a point that you yourself are experiencing or feeling some anxiety as it relates to the energy around you right now. You are using your own degree of discernment as you go forward from this point to really determine if this energy is aligned to your own goals, to your own sense of boundaries, to your own sense of purpose, or are they potentially just causing a blockage in your own karmic path? While for masculine energy, what we're really seeing is this is a moment that you yourself are feeling some degree or capacity of exhaustion. You're feeling some anxiety as it relates to your circumstances and situations. For some of the masculine energy right now, as we've been saying, there have been some things going on in your current life right now that require some hurdles to be overcome, but you are feeling the support of a strong feminine energy around you right now that is showing that degree of strength, that is lending you that strength at this time to help overcome these hurdles together. While for the other half of the masculine collective right now, this is feeling like a much more deeply internal blockage, because while you do want to move towards a feminine energy right now, you are feeling that in some capacity or degree you are blocked because this energy is feeling like it is guarded with you. It has to have these boundaries up, and you are recognizing right now that this is creating this misalignment for you because you're not sure how to overcome this obstacle with this energy even as you're trying to move towards it. Continuing to get clarity on these cards right now between our Page of Swords in its reversal in combination with our Ten of Wands in its reversal. So for both masculine and feminine energy right now, what we're really seeing is this is a moment that you are just feeling a degree of just wanting things to feel a little bit easier. We've been seeing here, there's been a lot of weight. There's been a lot of energetic weight coming towards both energies at this time. For feminine energy right now, this is trying to work to a point of completion, to create this point of easement, to allow things to be easier at this moment. For some of the feminine collective right now, this is again lending support right now to outside energy, trying to build that degree or capacity of strength and conviction and purpose as you go forward from this point. While for the masculine energy right now, this is also a moment that you are feeling some of that exhaustion point, but you are working, again, tangibly, either on both sides to correct these hurdles, to make things easier as you go forward, to create this point of easement for yourself, or moving away from circumstances or situations that you're not necessarily recognizing that the other energy is sharing your own degree of conviction. And that is what is allowing you to move from this point, putting this burden aside and continuing on your path. May I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with our Seven of Pentacles. So what we're really seeing right now is this is a moment of patience. Patience wins the day. And this will be a bit different depending on where you fall on the collective. For both masculine and feminine right now, there is a moment that you are feeling some degree of uncertainty as it relates to how to proceed forward from this point. But you are doing everything you can to make things easier, to lighten your burden, as it were. For some of the collective right now, this is a moment that you are moving away from any circumstances or situations where you're not recognizing that the energy around you is sharing your own degree of conviction as it relates to what you are trying to grow as you go forward from this point. While for the other half of the collective right now, this is a moment that you are collaborating right now. You're lending support to one another as it relates to the healed karmic energies, putting that care and capacity in what you're trying to grow, what you're trying to build for yourself at this moment, allowing that patience, as we saw in the cards of the day right now, keeping that focus on the long-term goals, the long-term path, to help keep you focused and putting the care and energy in to what you recognize truly has the ability to grow into something robust and prolonged term. Let's continue to get clarification on these cards right now. Clarification right now coming through with our Judgment card in combination with the Sun. Two very big major arcana cards that we're having appearing right now. So again, this is a moment that is requiring some points of judgment. You're making some decisions right now, and you are utilizing to make those decisions right now something that we love. You are keeping your eye maintained on what is aligned to your highest path, keeping those judgments on what is going to truly make you happy as you go forward from this point, with that focus on that ideal situation or circumstance, and allowing that positivity to be the point to help you make your determinations. Again, either cutting away from any energies that are making things too difficult for you right now, or working through any difficulties right now with energies because you recognize that they are bringing this level or degree of positivity towards you at this moment. May I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with Six of Cups in its reversal. So again, everything right now has to do with overcoming any kind of unhealed karmic energy for both masculine and feminine right now. And this is going to feel a little bit different depending on how it aligns to you. For some of the collective right now, this is a moment that you yourself are making the choice to move towards the situations and circumstances that you recognize are going to lead to your long-term happiness, to your long-term level of positivity. You are letting that degree of optimism help you as you make these judgments for yourself in this moment. And for some of you right now, that is working right now with energy around you right now to overcome any hurdles, to overcome any challenges, working with the healed karmic energies to correct for any blockages. While for the other half of the collective right now, this is a moment that you yourself are moving away from unhealed karmic energies that you're recognizing are not necessarily in a place of healing, keeping your eye focused on those positive circumstances, those positive outcomes, allowing your judgment to help dictate, utilizing your own sense of optimism, what is towards your own joy, as opposed to anything that is unhealed, that is making you feel like you are not in a space that you can move forward to the capacity and degree that you would ideally desire at this moment. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now between our Sun card in combination with the Wheel of Fortune in its reversal. So again, having this moment right now, we're not saying that everything is easy peasy. We're definitely not seeing that everything is completely easy peasy right now. There are some obstacles that need to be overcome. And again, depending on where you align right now on the collective, this is either going to fall in one of two different places. For some of the collective right now, this is a moment that you are utilizing your sense of moving towards your joy, really assessing what is truly going to make you happy as you go forward from this point. And that is that point of allowing you to address and correct for any blockages, recognizing the spaces that are creating these blockages that are preventing you from moving towards this joy. For some of you right now, this is working in collaboration with healed karmic energies to help you have this correction point. While for the other half of the collective right now, this is you effectively moving away from any unhealed karmic energies that you just feel are causing too much disorder, too many blockages in your own life and experience right now, with a focus on your own happiness and your own joy going forward. May I please have one card to clarify? clarification coming right now with our Knight of Cups, and we love to see it. This is going to feel a little bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy right now, bearing in mind this is not based on gender, but what it feels most aligned to. For feminine energy right now, again, this is the focal point. And for the feminine energy, you're either going to fall in one of two different paths as it relates to this energy right now. For feminine energy right now, this is you moving in the space of positivity, embracing those positive situations or circumstances right now with a recognition of what you are trying to manifest from masculine. And that is an emotional masculine energy that is able to show a degree of capacity of being able to express their own emotionality, showing that ability to offer some emotionality towards you, even in the midst of some difficulties that need to be overcome as it relates to what you're currently experiencing. For the other half of the feminine energy right now, this is you moving away from energy like this because you are trying to manifest this energy. So for half of the feminine energy right now, this is a point of collaboration to overcome these hurdles. For the other half, this is moving away from hurdles with this as your manifestation point. While for masculine collective right now, we are seeing that there's some circumstances or situations that you're feeling some blockages in. You're feeling some difficulty in communicating on. But what you're really doing at this moment is you are working either, again, in one of two capacities. For half of the masculine energy right now, we are recognizing that you are seeing that there is a feminine energy that has this caution as it relates to moving forward with you. They're having this degree. They have these healthy boundaries up at this moment. You are recognizing right now that there is this difficulty that needs to be overcome. You are feeling this point of positivity right now as it relates to being able to recognize that you need to come forward from some emotional capacity, and you're ready to come forward in this moment with those emotional offers to help correct for any of these imbalances with that focus on the long-term positive moment going forward from this point. While for the other half of the masculine collective right now, again, we see the fact that you are working right now in active communication with a healed karmic feminine energy that we see is showing this degree or ability of discernment. They're showing this internal strength, and they're allowing you to really be able to feel like you can overcome obstacles with them, which is allowing you to feel that degree of, even in this moment of uncertainty, lending that emotional support, moving to those spaces and places of positivity. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now between our Wheel of Fortune in its reversal in combination with our Seven of Pentacles. So for both feminine and masculine energy right now, what we're really seeing is there is a point right now that you are feeling some frustrations or anxieties as it relates to your own path. But we're seeing for both feminine and masculine energy right now, you are using that positivity. You are putting your time and energy right now in what you're trying to grow, even in the face of those obstacles. And taking this time for some of the collective right now, half of the collective right now is moving away from circumstances and situations that you recognize are just creating a complete and utter blockage for you, turning your attention back to those things that you're trying to grow for yourself in this moment. While for the other half of the collective right now, this is you collaborating with healed karmic energies to overcome these hurdles together, putting that time and energy into what you are growing in the process. May I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with Justice. And we love to see this because what we're really seeing right now is this is a moment of balance. This is coming into a sense of balance for both sides of the energy right now, masculine and feminine, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what it feels most aligned to. For feminine and masculine energy right now, we see that this is the reorientation point. This is that moment of creating equilibrium for yourself. For energies that are in union right now, this is working to overcome any obstacles or hurdles right now that you're potentially equally facing, putting that care and attention into what you're trying to grow, into what you're trying to evolve, understanding that even though there are some things that may not necessarily be feeling like they're moving to the degree or capacity that you would desire at this moment, you are recognizing that this is not an immediate result of something, that there's something here that requires patience, that requires a point of cultivation as you grow it. And that is what is restoring this balance for you right now. While for the other half of the collective right now, this is you really putting a moment of determining and recognizing that there are some circumstances and situations that are just not leading you to the long-term outcomes that you want, that are just creating these karmic blockages for you. And you're moving away from these right now, putting that care and attention into what you are trying to grow for yourself in this moment in order to restore this own balance in your own life at this moment. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now between our Six of Cups in its reversal in combination with our Knight of Cups energy. So again, a feeling right now, and it will feel a little bit different depending on where you evolve for masculine and feminine energy right now. For masculine energy right now, this is either a moment that we're seeing, again, one or two scenarios happening, that you yourself, masculine, are recognizing that there is some blockage as it relates to a karmic connection that you feel can come into a point of healing, but isn't necessarily there yet. And you're putting this time and energy right now in offering your honesty, offering your emotions towards these energies in order to try to correct for any of these blockages that you're currently experiencing, because we're seeing that with the communication issues. While for the other half of the masculine collective right now, this is a moment that you yourself are recognizing to a certain degree right now that there may be some unhealed karmic energies around you that you feel just may not necessarily be in a space or place that you can heal it, specifically because there is no opportunity to be able to offer that level of emotionality, that something about this is blocked to a degree that you're just feeling like it is impossible. And that is a moment that you are trying to determine how to go forward, because we do see that there is this breakage point, but masculine is doing a lot of work right now and assessing whether or not this is something that they need to move away from right now, or whether this is something that can be corrected. While for feminine energy right now, we are also seeing that you yourself are putting a lot of care and attention on the healed karmic energies around you right now. Feminine energy is feeling a lot more uncertainty, as we see, related to the masculine energy right now. And for some of the feminine collective right now, this is a moment that you are recognizing potentially the unhealed karmic energies in your life right now, the ones that you feel are not able to come into a space of healing, specifically because you're recognizing that you are trying to manifest an energy that is going to easily come forward with emotionality, easily come forward with these points of emotion. This is that breakage point as you recognize that these energies aren't necessarily capable of that, and you're manifesting this for yourself at this moment. Well, for the other half of the collective right now, this is a moment that you are feeling some anxiety as it relates to the karmic connection between you and another energy, but you are recognizing and you are seeing that energy coming forward with this emotionality, coming forward with this care, coming forward with this support. And that is what is allowing you to work on healing something, even though you may be feeling some of this blockage. May I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with Knight of Wands in its upright. So this is really what we're seeing is the clearage of the blockage at this moment. And again, it will feel a bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy right now. For feminine energy, this is a moment as we see that you yourself are experiencing these unhealed karmic energies that you're trying to work through right now. But again, for half of the collective right now, this is a moment that while you're experiencing some unhealed karmic energy, you are either trying to manifest right now for yourself in this moment, or you are feeling immediate support right now around you as it relates to the masculine energy, and recognizing that the healed masculine energy that will be coming towards you at this point will be ones that are able to offer you this empathy, this emotional support, showing the ability to offer that emotionality, and also showing a degree of being able to communicate, to express their passions, to be able to communicate even as you go through this for yourself at this moment. While for the other half of the collective right now, this is a moment that again, you yourself are feeling some unhealed, some certain certainty as it relates to the karmic connections for you at this time. Feminine's feeling some anxiety as it relates to the masculine energy right now. now. But for the ones that are working on the healing path right now, we see that the masculine energy is coming through right now with a degree of emotional empathy, as well as being able to communicate their passion right now to try to restore this as you're experiencing it. So even as you're feeling this uncertainty, we're seeing that support coming. While for some of you right now, this is you just breaking away from this type of unhealed energy to manifest these other energies into your present moment. Well, for masculine energy right now, what we're really recognizing is this is a moment that you yourself are working either to heal any karmic energies right now or move away from any unhealed karmic energies. Masculine is also recognizing the fact that feminine is moving from a point of uncertainty. Masculine is coming forward right now to try to lend support here on one side of the collective by offering this emotional support, by offering this communication of passion to help ameliorate or correct for any of these imbalances. While for the other half of the masculine collective right now, this is you effectively shedding some of this unhealed karmic energy, recognizing that there is some sort of blockage here that is preventing you from being able to express your own emotionality here, or also be able to drive forward with your own passions from this point. So for masculine energy, this is either a point of restoration right now, or taking this and moving this into a space where you recognize the energy is going to allow you to manifest this and correct this instability point. Love this for the collective right now. Continuing to get clarification right now between our Knight of Cups in its upright in combination with the Justice card. So again, having this moment, and it will feel a bit different for feminine and masculine energy right now, bearing in mind this is not based on gender, but what it feels most aligned to. For masculine energy right now, you are currently feeling some uncertainty. You are currently experiencing either a moment right now where you are having some instability as it relates to your own ability to communicate, as it relates to your own ability to plan. For half of the collective right now, this is you working right now with a healed karmic energy, being able to have that point of strategy, being able to move forward, creating this sense of balance for yourself at this moment by expressing your own emotionality to try to heal for any of these imbalances. While for the other part of the masculine collective right now, this is shedding away right now from those unhealed karmic energies that you feel are not receptive to these emotional offers, building this sense of balance for yourself as you go forward from this time. While for feminine energy right now, what we're really recognizing is this is a moment that you yourself are also trying to maintain and achieve a certain degree or level of balance right now. Again, either in collaboration right now with a masculine energy that may be feeling a point of a lack of inspiration or an inability to communicate to the degree or capacity that you want, but you are lending your support because you are experiencing that ability for this energy to come forward in an emotional way to be able to provide you this point of emotional empathy right now. While for the other half of the feminine collective right now, this is you coming into a point of balance for yourself as you try to manifest energy around you right now that is able to show this degree and capacity of emotional support going forward. And that is what is helping you get back into a point of balance for yourself at this moment. May I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with Ace of Pentacles. Offers and opportunities coming to the fold, and this is that point of balance that we are seeing, and it is going to feel different for feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind this is not based on gender but what it feels most aligned to. For masculine energy right now, this is coming into that point of balance. This is recognizing a point of balance for you right now because there are offers and opportunities that you want to come forward with at this point, and you are feeling that ability of offering that emotional support in this time to help restore balance, even at a point that you may have been feeling some immediate stumbling points, because you're recognizing that the energy around you right now of the feminine is one that is showing that they're able to show a degree of discernment, of healthy boundaries, and that's what's allowing you to find that point of orientation and balance as you proceed forward from this point. While for the other half of the masculine collective right now, this is you moving forward right now in spaces and places that you are looking to be able to have these offers and opportunities. You are recognizing right now that there are offers that are being provided to you right now, and this is also creating a point of balance for you even at this moment. While for feminine energy right now, what we're really seeing is this is a moment for you where you are again focusing on that balance that you are creating for yourself at this moment. Again, either manifesting right now a masculine energy that shows this degree and capacity of being able to offer this emotional cup to you, being able to offer their emotions, showing this degree or ability to share and communicate their emotionality to you right now. And this is where you are also putting your time and energy at this moment, because you recognize that this is that point of stabilization. This is the opportunity and offer that you want to go forward with at this point. Well, for the other half of the feminine collective right now, this is a moment that you are currently working right now in collaboration with masculine energy that may be feeling some difficulties right now in their own ability to plan, in their own ability to coordinate. But you are feeling that emotional offer. You're feeling that emotional support coming through right now at this time. And that is what is allowing you to come into this point of balance, because that energy is showing you the fact that what they are providing you is stability, is security, is something that is tangible and real. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now between our Knight of Wands in combination with our Ace of Pentacles. So again, for masculine and feminine right now, this is going to feel a little bit different. For masculine energy right now, what we're really recognizing is, though you do start the day, while we do see the fact that you are starting the day from some points of imbalance or uncertainty, that we see here that, again, with the alignment right now of feminine energy that you recognize is coming forward in a way that they are showing, again, their healthy boundaries. They're showing their own ability of discernment right now. This is giving you some level or degree of refortification, renewed energy that's helping you move forward towards those circumstances and situations that you feel are offering you the true, honest support, the true, honest degree of capacity of opportunity that you're moving into right now. While for masculine, the other masculine energy right now, we are seeing that there is this moment right now that you are potentially feeling some sort of blockage around an unhealed energy that is requiring some degree or need of communication and stability and support to show them that you are truly being like someone that they can work for through with an unhealed karmic energy. Well, for feminine energy right now, what we're really seeing is this is a moment that you yourself are experiencing a certain degree of feeling that there is either, again, working right now with a manifestation of masculine that is showing this degree and capacity of communication, feeling that energy, either trying to manifest this energy for yourself in this moment or feeling it very much around you at this time. And you are utilizing not just the fact that the energy is coming forward to a degree with that passion, with that communication, but they are showing you tangible offers, tangible opportunities. They're showing you that the opportunities themselves aren't just built on passion, but truly have substance. Utilizing that at that moment to help you as you go forward from this place of discernment. Either, again, moving away from unhealed energies, manifesting this for yourself at this moment, or feeling this energy around you at this time and utilizing this energy to help you as you go forward from this point. May I please have one card to clarify? Two cards coming out to clarify, final cards today. And again, we are seeing here's that card of the day. It is now in its reversal, because we are seeing here that there is something about this energy right now that is coming into a point. Again, it's going to feel a little bit different depending on whether you fall in this collective. For half of the collective right now, this is a moment of overcoming any immediate obstacles or hurdles as it relates to communication, as it relates to planning, because you are feeling that point, that you are being appreciated, that you are being seen, that these are spaces and places that are truly valuing you. And that point of valuation is allowing you to try to work through any of the difficulties that you're experiencing as it relates to planning and coordination going forward from this time. While for the other half of the collective right now, this is you simply cutting off or cutting away from unhealed karmic energies, anything that you feel is potentially causing a blockage point for you at this moment, recognizing and appreciating what it is that you truly offer and wanting to receive back in kind. Bottom of the deck on this reading for today is the Eight of Swords. So we are seeing here, we're pointing out, this isn't saying that everything is good to go. It's not, everything is not easy peasy right now. What we're really seeing is the fact that there is something here that is showing some clear blockages. It's showing some clear difficulties. There are some hurdles that need to be overcome. And they're feeling to a certain degree like they are kind of making it hard for you to be able to move in the way that you would ideally desire right now. As we've been seeing for masculine energy right now, this has a lot to do with your own immediate circumstances or situations. Thank you for the gift. That this is something that you're trying to correct for in your own life, and you're recognizing that it's causing some doubts or some concerns around the karmic energy around you that you're doing your best to overcome and correct for. While for the feminine energy right now, this is feeling more like some of this anxiety is coming from without. There is some anxiety around the energy that's around you right now. You're doing your best to overcome any hurdles. You're doing your best to discern what is aligned to your own path right now, what is in your own best interest, versus the energies you feel are just kind of not serving your own purposes or basically moving from an unhealed karmic path. That is our daily collective read for today. I want to thank you guys so much for being here and experiencing it with me. Just a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can book one on my website, graystrega.com. My private readings are done over video with the option of recording sent to you afterwards. And if you are a subscriber to my TikTok, you can take 10% off any of my services when you pay. Just mention your subscriber ID at the point of payment. Also, please keep in mind that when you book a reading on my website, it is a two-step process. You have to book the reading and then you have to pay for the reading. Please make sure you do both and hit both buttons if you would like to have a reading with me. Most importantly, please, 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 please remember that I will never, ever, 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 ever reach out to you for a private or personal reading. I will never DM you. I will never slide into your DMs. I will never send you a message telling you that your great, 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 great granduncle has a very important message for you. The only way you can book a reading with me is if you book one on my website. So do it there. I want to thank you guys so much for having this reading with me today, and we will do this again tomorrow.